Imagine planning a dream vacation without a clear destination in mind. It's a journey filled with uncertainty, frustration, and the sinking feeling that you're missing out on the adventure of a lifetime. This scenario mirrors the struggle many couples face in their marriage. They're wandering around without a clear vision. The frustration is palpable, the hopelessness suffocating, and the journey resembles a maze with no end in sight, constantly running into dead ends as you try one thing and then another. Now picture the transformation when you finally have a destination in mind. You have a clear understanding of where you're trying to go and why. It injects hope and encouragement. But what if you still don't know how to get there? It's like trying to reach a vacation spot without turn-by-turn directions. It's frustrating trial and error, and it can make the journey seem hopeless. More is needed to complete the journey. With the right guide and knowing how to create actionable steps to reach your destination, it's like a set of turn-by-turn directions. It's clear, precise, and guiding you through the twists and turns of the path ahead. The frustration dissipates. The hope rekindles as you follow a roadmap that not only shows you the way, but transforms the journey into a purposeful adventure. Today, we're unveiling the secrets of forging a visionary blueprint for your marriage, turning frustration into triumph and hopelessness into a thriving love story. I'm John Golda with Solid Rock Marriage Restoration, and I'm glad you're with me today for this crucial topic that can help so many find renewed hope and purpose and passion for their marriages. Friends, I want to take a moment and share something deeply personal from a chapter in my life, a chapter that many of you may resonate with. There was a time in my marriage when my wife and I, Tanya and I, settled for okay. In fact, we reached a point where we gave up on the idea of improving our marriage altogether. We were wandering through a maze in our relationship without a clear vision. We were uncertain of what it could be or what it should be. The measuring stick we used was the relationships around us, not the divine standard set by God. As I reflect on those years, I can't help but feel a twinge of regret, and more than a twinge, of regret for the missed opportunity, the moments where we could have been experiencing so much more together in unity. We faced hurt, we needed healing, yet our focus remained on the short-term issues. We overlooked the deeper divides in our personalities and communication styles. This was a time when we were longing for more, but we couldn't see beyond the immediate challenges. But here's the turning point. That's the good news, right? We started a journey of crafting a vision for our marriage. It wasn't an easy road. We grappled with the question of what a relationship could truly become. We tried, we stumbled, we failed, we tried again. We experienced short-term success and then found out it didn't last. There were underlying issues that needed to be addressed, and we hadn't clearly identified the action steps to sustain the change we sought. The breakthrough moment arrived when we got specific about our vision, very clear. And then we started breaking it down into clear, actionable goals. So those turn-by-turn directions. How do we get there? More quality time with Tanya became a tangible commitment, a date night once a week. This was just a starting point, but it's a game changer, and that's just one little example. Similarly, you wouldn't want to say communicate better. You want to be very specific about what that looks like, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Now, I want you to feel the weight of this realization. Without a specific action plan, we found ourselves inconsistently following through on the things we deemed crucial for our relationship. The urgent activities of daily life push ahead of our relationship priorities, crowding them out. We struggled to maintain the love and intimacy we desired without intentional and focused effort. The beauty lies in the transformation that follows. As we became intentional about our vision and we crafted our detailed action plan, we found ourselves consistently investing in our marriage. We learned that true unity requires not just a desire for change, but a roadmap for how to get there. We began to navigate the busyness of life with a compass or with a GPS, ensuring our marriage goals remained at the forefront and didn't get pushed out in the crowd of activities. So my friends, if you find yourself in a place of frustration or hopelessness, if you've settled for okay, when you know there's more, I want you to know that you're not alone. There is hope. There's a way to transform your marriage into something extraordinary. Forging a visionary blueprint and an actionable plan will help you to turn frustration into triumph and reignite the flames of love. The solution is, maybe sounds simple, but it's sometimes very hard to do. It begins with a concept often employed by successful businesses, which I mentioned earlier, a clear vision. It's not just a fancy term. It's a powerful principle embedded in the very fabric of success. In fact, God's word tells us, without a vision, the people perish. Think about that. So too, without a vision, marriages perish. It's a truth that resonates not only in the corporate world, but in the essence of our marriages. You need a vision. Your vision should be crystal clear. It should be rooted in God's word and tailored specifically for your unique marriage. Think of it as the guiding star that illuminates the path towards a thriving, Christ-centered relationship. Once you have this vision in hand, the next step is to translate it into actionable goals. Because a vision without a plan is just a wish and a hope. So when you think about actionable goals, this is how you transform aspirations into achievements. You want to define clear and specific goals. You want to move beyond vague ideas like communicate better and break it down into specifics like have a 15-minute check-in conversation every evening. You want to feel the power of focused intentionality in your communication. Prioritize your goals. So first you define them clear and then you prioritize them. Identify the most impactful goals and focus on them first. This is a strategic approach that prevents feeling overwhelmed and it significantly increases the likelihood of success. Prioritize with purpose. Third, set realistic timeframes. Assign timeframes to your goals. For instance, plan a weekend getaway within the next 2 months. It not only adds urgency, but it keeps you both accountable for a shared vision. Create a joint action plan. Collaboration is key. Work together with your spouse to ensure alignment. Discuss and agree on the specific steps you'll take together, feeling the unity that comes from a shared purpose. This one's kind of hard for me, but it's important. Celebrate small wins. Yeah, even small ones. Acknowledge and celebrate even the smallest achievements. It's these victories that build momentum and keep the flame of motivation going. It's burning bright. Your journey is a series of triumphs, big and small. If you ignore the small ones, sometimes you lose motivation and you won't make it to the bigger ones. With regards to your action plan, you also want to regularly review and adjust. So schedule regular check-ins to assess progress and adjust your goals as needed. This ensures that your vision remains dynamic and relevant. As your marriage changes, as your situation changes, your goals and your action plan, your vision, they need to change as well. So did you get a new job? Did you move? Do you have a sick relative? Did you add a child to your family? Did a child leave to college? These things are very real impacts on life. And we want to reflect and keep a dynamic and relevant action plan and vision as your marriage changes over time. So, we are going to come back and talk in another teaching about accountability. Stay tuned. Think about that. If the vision is your destination, if the goals are your turn-by-turn directions, the accountability is that voice that says, hey, you made a wrong turn. Recalculate. Let's find a way back to that destination you're looking for. So that's kind of what accountability drives. We'll talk more about that in another lesson. But the detailed action plan serves as the compass, guiding you through the busyness of daily life. It ensures that your marriage goals remain at the forefront, preventing them from being crowded out by urgent but less significant activities. It's such an easy thing to do. We focus on something that is less important, but it feels more urgent. I think any of us would agree that a marriage is more important than a softball game for our kids. But how many of us prioritize softball and baseball and football and fill in the blank activities all the time? And we have time for a season filled with practices and games, but we can't have a date night on a regular basis. And so those more urgent things block out perhaps the more important things at times. That's something you need to think about, and there's a good reason why a clear action plan is so important. So this might seem like a lot. It is. I hope it's helpful. But if you're ready for a detailed approach and a guide to lead you along the way, check out our full 90-day Marriage God's Way with MAA program. Tanya and I guide our clients in developing a clear vision and an action plan for their marriage. We provide the tools to navigate the path to a thriving Christ-centered relationship. We help to ensure that it's not an overwhelming activity, that it's clear that you're doing it in the right way, in an effective way. So if you're ready to transform your marriage, if you're ready to harness the power of having a clear vision, an actionable plan, discover how to make that happen, let us help. Just take a visit to www.solidrockmarriagerestoration.com, and that's the first step. And you can see how to connect with us there. You can see testimonies, see how we're impacting others. You can see some reasons why we think you should work with us, what our clients tell us, and what's working in their lives. And you'll see some videos about us and about how we work with those couples that partner with us. So I hope it's helpful. I encourage you to really take that next step to learn more. If you want to reach out and contact us, you can do that from the website, either with an email or schedule a meeting. Looking forward to talking with you. And I really hope and pray that this teaching today has been very helpful and that you find value for your marriage. God bless.